Hello everybody. In this video, I'd like to demonstrate the way I'm learning alphabet in the site ults.us. So now I'm in the address bar and type ults.us and enter. Okay, I'm here. You can stop here and read the text, but now I'm going straight to alphabet section and click alphabet. Okay, we've got a screen keyboard with no letters and some controls over it, and one of them says select language. So let's select it. As an example, I will pick up Japanese language. Okay, wait a bit. Okay, now, and I'm gonna adjust it so we can see it better. What do we have here? Some controls, long list of letters, and this keyboard filled with the Japanese hiragana. And as I see, one of the letters is highlighted. Actually, it was played when this part of the page loaded. Now, if you wanna listen to it again, just press spacebar. Okay, so this is the first letter of Japanese hiragana. Highlighting tells that I have to press the corresponding key on the keyboard. It's the key with number 3. Okay, when you press it, the next letter highlighted and played. And if you wanna listen to it, press spacebar. I, U, E, O, Ka, and so on. I'm going to cut off the part of the recording here and come back when I press the last. Okay, I'm back and only 3 last letters left, and now I press spacebar to listen to the current letter. Wa. Okay, and I press it. Wa. O. Upper register, so I have to press shift and then O. Is the last letter. Sounds strange, but as it is. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the program offers to continue working in this way, listening to the letter, seeing it on the keyboard, finding the corresponding key on the keyboard and pressing it, and go on and on this way. After learning this way and doing a few rounds, I found out that the list of letters is too long and it becomes tedious. Pretty soon, my brain just gets tired and stops working effectively. Doesn't matter how many times I iterate through this list of letters, but the brain just doesn't want to memorize them. The list of things you want to remember doesn't have to be so long. Now the current list of a letter is a full set. All the letters are in the current list. Of course, there must be a tool which can manage how many letters are there in the current list and which letters are in and which letters are out. So it's up to you which letters you are going to have in the current list and learn them. There are 2 ways to build your own current list of letters. This long line, make it available. You can start, for example, from this line, turning some letters off. As you can see, they are reflected here. And so these letters are now out of game, out of the list, and you are working only with those which are left in. Still, the list is too long and you can go on this way, but there is another way of building the current list, and this button serves this feature. It says min set, which comes from minimum set, and if you click it, okay, only one letter left, and of course it's highlighted, And from here, you can start building the current list, just clicking them and bringing back to the lesson. I'll pick up a few ones and continue working only with them. Okay. Okay. How many? 7 letters. Okay. 7, yeah. It's okay. After working with the full set of letters, I found out that some letters are easy to learn, others are some way problematic, but there are always letters which seem to be impossible to learn. So you can select only them and work with them separately. I press
あ、
A, space bar A,
お、
O,
ち、
Chi,
ぬ、
N,
め、
Me, Me,
ら、
Ra,
わ、
Wa, Wa,
あ、
A,
お、
O,
ち、
Chi,
ぬ、
N,
め、
Me,
ら、
Ra,
わ、
Wa,
あ、
A,
お、
O. Okay.
ち、
It's okay. It's a really nice program because you can listen and you can type. All these activities now stimulate your brain to memorize them. But nothing can be perfect. The program can behave in the better manner. As you may notice, the letters always appear in a certain order. After comes O, after O, Chi, after Chi comes Mi, Ni, Wa, O, and again the same order. Our fingers can get used to this order easily, and then they automatically press the right keys. And so I may lose concentration on learning letters. I just try to find the right key and press it immediately. Okay, so I added here a checkbox which says randomize. And what happens when I check it? Okay, nothing visually changed, but let's see what happened.
わ、
Wa,
め、
me,
ら、
ra,
ぬ、
ne,
ら、
ra,
ぬ、
ne,
お、
o,
あ、
a,
め、
me,
わ、
wa,
ち、
chi,
わ、
wa,
ち、
chi,
ぬ、
ne. Okay,
ら、
so letters are kind of shuffled and you never know which letter comes after which. Okay, it's a bit more realistic because letters normally come according to the spelling of words, not in a special order. But again, one thing that can be changed: highlighting. Highlighting was really good at the beginning, but now it becomes a bit distracting because the task for my brain is to find the right key and press it. And it does it in the easiest way. And the easiest way is just to locate the key with the highlighting and press it. And again, I lose the concentration on what I am doing. I want to memorize sound and this letter, but my brain tells me to press the right key and that's it, and doesn't want to memorize anything. So I decided to get rid of highlighting and added colorless checkbox. And if you check it, okay, no highlighting, and let's try it.
ら、
Ra,
お、
O, okay,
あ、
A,
め、
Me. And sometimes it happens that doesn't matter how much you try to remember, and you just cannot. And in this case, of course, you just uncheck it and you can see clearly which is the right key. And at this moment, your brain again tries to rememorize the shape of the letter, and then you can turn it off and continue working. Pretty soon, I found out that I can learn sounds better than the symbols. I know it is because I have those sounds in my mind already in my native language. They are very similar to these letters. And so I don't have to learn them as new things. I just have to label the sounds in my memory as hiragana letters. But anyway, to make sure that I can type letters only relying on its sound, I added invisible checkbox, and if you click it, you cannot see any letters on the keyboard, but still it works. Let's press spacebar.
め
Me, and now I have to remember where the right key is.
お
O, okay.
あ
A,
ら
ra,
ち
chi.
め
Of course, I got stuck a few times, and there is again always the way to look at the letter, okay? Look at it and then continue.
め
Me,
ぬ
ne,
わ
wa,
お
o,
め
me, and so on. The program is great. You can check how well you can listen to the letters just by clicking this one and bringing back all the letters to the current list and work with the full set. Okay, they are all back, and now you can work with the full set.
お
O, o,
し
she, I'm sorry,
し
she,
お
o,
め
me, me. Okay.
よ
Yo,
に
ni,
く
ku,
と
and so on. I worked with the full set a few times, and I was sure that I can find the right keys. But it doesn't mean that just by looking at the letter I can remember the way it pronounced. It happens because those visual part of the letter is kept in one part of the brain. The sounds are kept in another parts of the brain, and yet they are not connected to each other, and it is pretty hard to connect them to each other. Now I have established a pretty strong connection between the sounds and the keyboard. By the way, the keyboard is your best assistant now when you are talking about language letters. And in this side, the keyboard is the main medium between the subjects you are learning, let's say letters or words or whatever, and your memory. Now, I want to make sure that by looking at the shape and the visual component of the letter, I can remember and pronounce the sound, the audio component of the letter. So I created mute audio. Just by looking at the letter, I'm gonna find the right key, press it, and if I does it, it goes on and on. Okay, let's try. Mute. Okay, good. A single letter in a single box. That's great. A much bigger image. I know this letter. It is letter to. Okay, you see what's happening? I can find the right key only after pronouncing this letter, and it means that my brain now works actively trying to remember how to pronounce this letter. Okay, I know it is to, it is m, I think it is key, yes, key, but again I may get stuck and I try to remember, but I can't. In this case, again, I can press the space bar just to listen to the letter.
き
Key, okay, and key reminds me, and key helps me locate the right key. I press it, and it goes to the next letter. Okay, ta, I remember. Na, okay, I think ko. Let's check it.
こ
Ko, okay. Chi, he, you, and so on. So far, so good. Okay, so what's happening when you are here, when you work with letters in this mode? You see the letter and try to remember how to pronounce it. At this moment, the brain creates a new element in the memory, the connection between this shape we have memorized in one part of the brain and the sound,
る
and the sound, and makes connection between these two parts of one letter. Oh. And when it succeeds to connect them, electric signal passes through the brain, and that electric signal creates a new object. And repeating that created new element becomes stronger and stronger and can last longer time. Okay, I think that's it about learning alphabets. You can learn here alphabets of 13 languages, and I think this is the best program, the best application for learning alphabets. There is another section which is called words, and it's for learning words. And maybe in the next video I will show how I work with words. Okay, that's it for this video, and if you like it, please let your friends know about this program and share information about this video and the site, please. The address of the site is here. Okay, that's it, and goodbye.